Hey everyone, Anmol here. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Emitrr. Today I'm back with another interesting video talking about how you can keep your healthcare practices schedule full by reducing your no-shows to less than 10%. In this video, I'm going to be talking about three different things. One, how do you send reminders to reduce no-shows by 90%? Two, in the world of AI, how can you use AI to make that even better? And three, which channel should you use to send out your reminders? But what I need you to understand is that the goal of reminders should not just be to reduce no-shows, it should be to make sure that your schedule is always full. And the moment you understand that, you will understand that the job or the journey does not just end at sending out a simple reminder. So let's jump right in and talk a little bit about each of these three things, right? Let's first start by understanding which channel should you send your reminders on. My experience working with 1,000+ healthcare businesses tells me that there's one clear winner, and that's SMS, the channel that you should use. It wins over emails, it wins over phone calls. People don't want to pick up phone calls from unknown numbers. People don't read emails anymore. SMS continues to be the channel that people read within the first 3 minutes. So while everybody will tell you send reminders, it's important to know which channel should you send it on. So the channel you need to send the reminder on is SMS. But it's important to understand a few other things about what you need to do to make the SMS reminder work for you. Make sure you send the SMS reminder from your business number. Most EMRs, eClinicalWorks, Athena Health, Epic, Cerner, any big one that you talk about does have the ability to send a reminder, but you still see no-shows. Have you ever thought about why? The reason is because even though they send an SMS, it goes out from a completely different number, which is not your practice number. And patients don't recognize that number. They don't probably even read that message. So it's important to send out the text message reminder from your business line or your landline. Two, you need to make sure that it is two-way in nature. What does that mean? Let's take a simple example. Let's say you get a text message from your bank saying that, hey, thanks for doing a $1,000 transaction, and here's your bank balance. If you've not done that transaction, it's going to be very difficult for you to get back in touch with the bank, because now you need to pick up the phone and reach out to them and tell them that, hey, I did not do this transaction, which you might end up doing because it's about money. But in case of a reminder, when you send a patient a reminder about their upcoming appointment, and if they cannot make it, if the message is not two-way in nature, where they can respond back and say, hey, sorry, I need to reschedule, it's highly likely they'll not even call you, right? So you end up losing that slot on your schedule, and you end up losing revenue. So it's important to send it out from your phone number, and it's also important to make sure that it is two-way in nature so patients can text you back, be it for reschedules, cancellations, or finding, or having any other questions about their appointment. So that's the first thing, that you need to use SMS as a channel. Make sure it's two-way in nature, make sure that it goes out from your business number, and also make sure that it integrates with your EMR. It's not enough to send a reminder and just getting the patient to confirm. You want to make sure that you confirm that inside your EMR as well. Change the status there. So make sure that when you receive a confirmation on SMS, you're writing that back into the EMR. So when you're finding a system, make sure that the system integrates with your EMR, be it Athena, be it any other. So that's the first thing, which channel and what are the must-haves. The second thing that you need to understand is that in the world of AI, you can make your reminders a lot more better. Before AI, you could reduce the no-shows by 90% with a simple workflow automation by sending out a reminder. Today, you can do a lot more. Now, you need to understand that even though you send out a reminder to 100% of your patients, there will still be a 10% drop-off or no-shows, because something or the other will happen in people's lives, and you can't control that. That means that you need to follow up with patients who still end up not showing up for their appointment, and that continues to remain manual in nature. You need to manually follow up with patients saying that, hey, looks like you missed your appointment, or you canceled your appointment. When would you like to come in? But with AI coming in, that's exactly what you don't need to do anymore. Imagine a scenario like this. Let's say you sent me a reminder and I can't actually make it. So I say that, sorry, I cannot make it. I'll need to reschedule my appointment. In all likelihood, today what your front desk will do is they will go back, look into your schedule, text them back saying that, hey, when would you like to come in next? Or they will pick up the phone in case your text messaging is not two-way in nature, and call the patient. The patient may pick up, may not pick up, so they'll have to call back later again. and try to bring that patient back in later. You see, in this entire process, you're losing a lot of time for the front desk. But with AI coming in, this scenario changes completely. What AI can do for you is when you send out a reminder, and if a patient responds back saying that, hey, I actually need to reschedule or cancel or come in on another date, AI can look back into your EMR, check your schedule and availability, and suggest new slots. Take that input from the patient and book them in on another date without your front desk needing to pick up the phone or without even the patient needing to pick up the phone. It's a lot more efficient, convenient, both for your patient and your front desk, and it just gets the job done, right? That's exactly what can happen, not just for no-shows, but also for cancellations or in any other scenario where the patient cannot make it. So it goes back to my first point. The moment you understand reminders are not just for reducing no-shows, but for making sure your schedule is always full, you will understand the importance of AI coming in case a no-show occurs or in case a reschedule needs to happen. And it can come in and fill that slot at a later date, right? So that's the second thing. When you're evaluating a reminders platform or a platform to send out or a platform to keep your schedule full, make sure that it has SMS as a capability and make sure that it has an AI capability to reschedule without your front desk's involvement. Now, the third thing that I want to talk about is that when you're looking at a reminder system, there are thousands of reminder systems out there, but not all of them are meant for healthcare businesses. What I mean by that is a healthcare business's needs are very specific and they're very different from a generic restaurant or a generic retail business. Let's understand that a little better with an example. If you're a dental practice, maybe you want to send out a reminder with specific details or specific instructions based on the visit type. Let's say I'm coming in for a root canal, you want to make sure that I do not take blood thinners. Or if I'm coming in for a general hygiene checkup, then a simple reminder will do. So you want to make sure that the reminder system integrates with your healthcare record system to be able to personalize those reminders based on the visit type. It is extremely important, especially in case of med spas, right? So based on the type of healthcare practice that you run, you want to make sure that the appointment reminders go out, but based on the type of the visit, because otherwise there's no point the patient coming in and you not being able to see them because they did something you did not want them to do before the appointment, right? So that's one thing that you want to keep in mind. The other thing that you want to keep in mind is that you want to make sure that it is HIPAA compliant. Because on the reminders, you are exchanging PHI, you can't just use any reminder system, right? You need to make sure that you're using a reminder system that makes sure all of your data, all of the information is completely secure and HIPAA compliant. So those are two things that you want to keep in mind. That's really it that I wanted to share about what we've seen work well with healthcare businesses in terms of reminders. And the most important thing that I want you to take away is that don't treat the goal of the reminders as a way to reduce no-shows. The goal of the reminders should always be to make sure that your schedule is always full. That's what you want to optimize your practice for, not just with reminders, but with anything else that you do. If you find these videos helpful, of course, subscribe to our channel. We continue to create newer videos every week about things that we learn from healthcare businesses that we work with. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.